Now, when I came on the stage, most of you must be wondering what I'm doing here. Some of you must be thinking, has she found the cure to cancer? Has she started her own company? Grade 12 must be thinking, has she finished her math IA? No, I haven't done any of these. Not yet. I'm here because I want to change your toxic mindset about teenagers. Now, who are teenagers? According to most adults, teenagers are irresponsible and reckless human beings who are incapable of handling their lives. They waste their day either by scrolling through their Instagram feed, watching Game of Thrones, listening to Justin Bieber, and taking selfies. This is not always true. Adults need to start seeing teenagers as more than just a bunch of useless kids. Now, I have constantly been told that I'm incapable of doing something because I'm too young, like voting. Adults think that teenagers have no understanding about politics and therefore should not vote. But don't you think this is double standards? While adult criminal penalties apply to teenagers just like they apply to adults, teenagers should be allowed to vote. In fact, most teenagers, by the age of 15 to 16, are sure of their political beliefs. And if teens were allowed to vote, I'm not saying for sure, but it could have made a huge difference at various presidential election results. Our society restricts our ownership because we don't have enough knowledge to do things, apparently. I'll prove you wrong. Dr. Robert Epstein is a professional psychologist who conducted tests with teens and adults. So he basically gave them surveys and questionnaires which meant to measure 14 areas of competence, including cognitive reasoning, decision-making, IQ, etc. And what were the results? Teens scored as much as adults, meaning that they're as competent or nearly as competent as adults. So you must have noticed there are so many teens who act childishly, when in reality they're extremely intelligent. Who's to blame here? Adults. They're acting within the boundaries and restrictions given to them by adults. Now, how many people in this room use Facebook? I'm sure more than one. I know everyone uses it. Mark Zuckerberg invented Facebook when he was a teenager. He was 19 years old. He said that had he been given more opportunities and privileges, had he been given the option to study what he wanted to in school, he would have done it much earlier. I think this is true. Right now, teenagers don't have a say in what they should study. Right now, we're expected to study integration and trigonometry, and 6 months later in universities, we're expected to withdraw money from the bank. Right now, we have to study Shakespeare, and 6 months later in university, we have to magically learn to drive a car. This is not logical. School does not teach us the most basic things. And yet, when we go to universities, we manage our lives on our own, struggling, and amidst all this, if we happen to make any mistakes by any chance, we're immediately pulled down. I think more privileges should be given. Teenagers should allow to have licenses, own businesses, before the age of 18. Of course, there could be certain tests which could prove that they're competent enough to do it. Alcohol, drugs, and sex. How many adults talk to their teens about these topics? No one. I thought so. This needs to change. Adults often underestimate teenagers' ability to handle such discussions. However, you need to openly talk to your teens about all this. That's how they'll know it's wrong. There's no point in avoiding all this, only to find out 18 years old getting pregnant or dying of lung cancer due to smoking. And parents who think you can control their teens or stop their teens by doing all this, by being strict, you're wrong. Research shows that teens with extremely strict parents are often spoiled and rebellious. Instead, adults should aim towards motivating and encouraging their teenagers. Teenagers who are motivated often show higher achievement, better understanding of concepts, and are in general more satisfied with life. So adults should stop saying, when I was your age, I worked hard for everything. I'm sure you did, and I really appreciate you for that. But look at all today's successful teens, like Bella Thorne and Malala, who are doing far more impressive things in their own fields. And look at how successful they are. The stereotypes about teenagers should be broken, and we should be viewed as more than just obnoxious beings. We're perfectly capable of making intelligent decisions, All you need to do is encourage us and we will shine. Thank you.